Marcus, thanks for joining us here at FutureCom in 2013. Yesterday you gave a presentation on BSS modernization. Can you talk about some of the key takeaways from that presentation?
Absolutely. Thanks, Jeff. I think the key takeaway really is we're trying to share with operators that there is an alternative to the traditional ways of approaching BSS transformation. So we've been working with customers in the last few months to validate this approach, which basically means that they should not pursue a radical transformation. They should not pursue what we call a patchwork adjunct solution. They should consider how they address the long-term picture. At the same time, they achieve short-term results. And how to do that? Because it does sound very easy. So what we say is try to set up a blueprint where you want to go. Yeah. And the major challenge for the typical transformations is people want to do this in one go. So the major transformation RFPs becomes a big shopping list of how to do the same things we're doing in the past and a number of different things that you want to do in the future. And this is how most of transformations fail. So what we say is, okay, you're going to determine what you have in the future, but start making quick wins. So number one, do a blueprint of your future. But number two, try and grow and make some quick wins around your legacy infrastructure without a tight integration, right? So that once you introduce that, you we test your results and you refine your blueprint, but you keep going towards the same goal. So with that, you keep aligned with the long term, but at the same time, you're able to deliver return on this type of implementations, which were very hard with traditional, what we call the big bang approach.
Right. Redknee acquired NSN's BSS OSS basic customers. Can you talk about the basic customers that you have here in Latin America and what services you're providing and maybe your strategy to expand that service offering?
NSN traditionally has been, in the marketplace offering prepaid charging and conversion charging solutions, IN solutions, and they've been really, really successful all around the world. We have a few customers in Latin America. So what we're doing now, we're trying to leverage the broader portfolio that the new company can offer to customers and give them an opportunity to evolve from what they have, instead of proposing a replacement solution that obviously will bring challenges in terms of risks and costs. So the greater benefit of the new company is that we're enabling them to grow. We are committed as a company, and we are delivering this right now, to integrate the end-to-end portfolio so that these operators have a path to address problems in other areas than just prepaid charging. So we have a number of deployments where we're doing end-to-end billing and customer care to mobile operators. And we want to offer the same thing to the NSN install base that we've acquired as part of this process.
And you earlier mentioned how you're able to leverage policy. So if an existing carrier, 2G, 3G, has an existing billing platform, how are you able to introduce policy as a, if you will, a wedge opportunity to create an opportunity for Redknee in that account?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think the great value that policy brings today is to help operators to differentiate their services. Whereas in the past, a great focus was given in saving network costs. Now, a policy is seen as an inherent way to enhance data services. And the fact that we have a large install base of charging customers where we're doing the charging, offering them a pre-integrated policy solution that do not necessarily require customization into the existing environment, that they can take off the shelf and start then doing this innovative type of data offerings. Will represent them, great advantage against having to integrate a third-party PCFR policy control module into their networks.
Well, final question. One of the big themes at this year's FutureCom has been quality of service. The regulators have put pressure on the mobile operators to deliver quality of service. And so at the same time, the carriers are trying to deploy LTE and get ready for the Olympics. So can you talk about what sort of trends and opportunities that's created for Redknee in terms of quality of service and the having to move very quickly to 4G and LTE type opportunities?
Well, I think we talked about before how policy control can, deliver or maximize the resources that as a network operator that can offer to customers towards a particular quality of service. So policy control, I think, is a fundamental part of that. But it's not everything. You need to think about all the touch points with customers, yeah? And I think business support systems are at the core of it. For example, the ability to give customers more control over services, yeah? Ability to give them a portal or a mobile app or even through SMS, yeah? To check their balances, to change tariff plans or to opt for promotions or even go to social media and manage their accounts from the social media. Yeah? The operator needs to really look at the different channel mixes, yeah? The mix of the different channels that not only will give customers this perception that they are getting a better service, that service is getting personalized, and therefore they get more satisfied, but also the opportunity for the operators to generate more revenues because they have a larger number of sales channels for upselling.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.